Starting July or probably August of this year, 2024, GoPro, Fusion, and even GoPro Max are reporting that the uploads of 360 videos to uh, Google Street View has been failing. And I've tried it, and of course, it failed. And the error is not that helpful because it just says internal error and error processing, which is not that helpful because you cannot debug it, and suggest and reporting it again and again on re-uploading the videos to Google Street View will just fail again and again. And I think I have found the issue, and I'll just explain it later before after the steps. And here is the new workflow. From the beginning, of course, you have to export it using GoPro Fusion. And when you export it in GoPro Fusion, you will have a video that has a GPS data. But if you upload this video, like what I said, it will error in Google Street View, uh, producing like internal error or error processing. And the reason for that is that the GPS data and the date of the video created are not the same. That's why in the last step, we will be updating the timestamp. But before that, from the GPS data that we have, a video that has the GPS data, we can create a new video without GPS data using the GoPro player. I'll show you this later on, wherein we will export a video from GoPro Fusion using the GoPro player, and it will not have the GPS data anymore. And also from the video with GPS data that was generated by Fusion, we will also export the GPS data, and that will export a GPX file. I'll also show this an online tool that will do this, and also an online tool to edit the GPX file so that our timestamp for the GPS and the date created of this video without the GPS data are the same. And that will now synchronize our GPS coordinates with the actual video that we have without the GPS data. I have tried uploading the video with GPS data and updated timestamp, but it will still have the same error because I think it will prioritize the GPS data in the video instead of the GPX file. And it's also this process is also good because you will know that the GPS data that you have in your video will match in your GPX updated timestamp. I'll also show you the wrong like inputting a wrong date so that you will see the difference, the different kinds of errors. Now that I have connected my Fusion to this laptop, I can just select the video that I want to get rendered. I'll just render the shorter one, the 39 seconds version. Let me just crop a little bit here. And also, so this video is probably 35 seconds long, and I'll add it to the render queue. And because I was shooting this in 5.6K 24 FPS, I'll just leave that video resolution in cineform codec, and then I'll just start rendering. Now that this is almost finished rendering, let me just move that file. So again, this is 2304 and in my list of rendered files. So let's just wait for this to finish. Wait for the check mark. And now it's done. So let's just move this to desktop so that we can easily follow or trace it back. I'll just say 2304, but I'll say fusion underscore rendered underscore 304 fusion rendered. And now this video or 360 video has GPS data. And to check that, we don't want that because we want that GPS without video without GPS data so that we can upload our own custom GPX. And just to test that, let's just upload to 304. I have uploaded this by the way before, so it will have a warning. Now it will say that this has the GPS data, the correct GPS data. I think yes, that's the correct one. But we don't want this because the GPS timestamp for this one and the date that we render this video are not the same. So that's why it's creating the internal error or processing error. Before, this was automatically handled by Google Street View, but I'm not sure what they changed. But now it's not automatically handled. It says error. And to show you that, let's just get the GPS data from this video using this website, GoPro telemetry extractor /free. And then you click here free and then choose that file. Again, it will take time to upload this video, but it's only reading the GPS data. In this website, we will just be needing the GPS and the GPX file. So if you click the GPX after clicking this one, GPX, it will actually download a GPS or GPX file. And now we have downloaded this one. So we have a GPS data now. So let's create a video. Let's go back to our workflow. Let's create a video without the GPS data so that we can match this one. So I'll show you why the current GPS data and the GPS video without GPS data does create an error because of the difference in timestamps of the GPS. So let's just create this first. Let's open this in GoPro player. And we can also check if it's the video is working. So this is the actual video. This is the video. And then in the GoPro player, again, using the GoPro player, you can just file and then export as, and of course 5.6K again. And this time it will be a lot faster because GoPro player uses your GPU in rendering, unlike the Fusion that will take a very long time. But in the GoPro player, it will be a lot faster. And of course, we can click this one, but we cannot for some reason. And this is good for us because we want to remove the GPS data from the video. We want to generate a video that doesn't have a GPS data because we have our own GPX file. So this is okay. Uncheck that one. If you can check this one, do not check that one because we want to remove it. And then I'll just name this instead of the Fusion, it's being rendered by the player. So again, the Fusion, I'll save it in the desktop. So this Fusion rendered is the video that has the GPS data, and this player rendered is a video without the GPS data. Let's just export it, and as you can see, it's a lot faster than the GoPro Fusion. And let's just wait for this one. Now that it has finished rendering, so let's just open it. And for some reason, GoPro player doesn't play a video that is being rendered by itself. Let's see that one. So as you can see, it's really not working. But don't worry, this video is actually there or is present. So as you can see, there is the file size. It's 2.2 gigabytes. And don't worry about the video. So let's compare why this is causing an error. And let's go back to GoPro Google Street View Studio, and let's upload that rendered. This one, the player rendered. This one does not have the GPS data. So as you can see, it will give you an error. So no GPS data was found. But we downloaded a GPX file from this website for that video. So let's upload that one. I think it's in the downloads. And here, this one is the 2304 Fusion rendered GPX file. And this is the actual error, I think, that's causing the internal error and error processing, because in this one, the error is the GPS time range is actually today. Oh no, the GPS time range was the date in which the video was taken. But the video time range, or the date wherein the video was created, is actually today, wherein we exported that video either in Fusion or either in GoPro player. So this is actually, I think this is what's causing the internal error or processing error. So we need to update this GPX file that we downloaded in here, this one, to match that whatever date we have for this one. So another website for this one is gpx.studio, this one. And I will upload that so that we can edit the time frame. So let me just delete this one. And to do that, again, gpx.studio/app website. Let's open that GPX file, this one. And as you can see, it shows the correct one. It shows the correct except for the time frame, because we want the time frame to be the same as the time frame in which the video was generated. To check that, let's go back to that player, the video that is being rendered by the player, this one. So not the fusion rendered, because this still has the GPS. We want the one that doesn't have the GPS data in the video. So to do that, just right click and then properties, and see that this is the time that we need, date time. So October 27 at 10:07 and 19 seconds. So we will use that time, October 27, 10:07, 19, and it's AM. Where did it go? Here. So let's check again. 10. So follow the created format in the properties. October 27, 10:07, 19, and so on. And this will automatically change the end date. Don't manually change the end date, because it will automatically change. And if you cannot click some of the sites, so if you cannot click some of the buttons here, so like it's lagging, so you can just refresh it and it will just remain in here. Like for example, this one, check it and check the time again here, again manage time and data. And as you can see, it hasn't uploaded. So let me just repeat that again. 10, what was that? 10:07:19, 07:19, and in the morning AM. And this will automatically change. I think the video was almost 40 seconds, so that's why the end date will automatically change. So let's update the time and data, and then, so again, if you cannot click, just refresh it and it will just save it again. So click here and then see that this has been updated. So just in case it doesn't work, like you cannot click anymore here. So sometimes this site has issues. So that's what you just do, just refresh it and click the video that you want to have the GPS or GPX data, and then update the time and then export. Then click the download file, because we have edited from this GPX data, we have edited the date time of that website based on the video that was created, date time of the video that was created. Now that we have this new file, you can see it, parenthesis 1, that's the new one. We can now try to upload that one. So let me just cancel this one. And if I upload that one, so again, the video from the desktop that has no GPS data, so it will show you the warning, no GPS data was found, but we will now upload the updated GPX data that we have edited in the GPX.studio, and this is the edited one. And as you can see, that is the correct one. So I will not continue with this one, because I think I have uploaded this one, 2304. Yes, this one. So it's still processing. Yeah, this is the actual one, 2304, and it's still processing, but it's now showing. And later on, I think this is going to be successful, because it's now in blue and not light gray. And yes, and that's how the new workflow for now on, because the new workflow for uploading 360 videos in Google Street View using Fusion and probably GoPro Max.